Supongo que hay muchos finales, pero para completar la historia principal mínimo necesitas 5. Porque sé que hay 115 logros. Hay muchos logros. Supongo que cada final tendrá más cosas y así. Y supongo que el espejo va a servir para sacar eso que te falta.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Vamos a ver. Vamos. No vamos a hablar con él, no vamos a hacer nada.
Make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. Before you go in, she will love. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a prince. Ignore him.
Vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo. Ya estábamos a hacer lo que dijeron que hagamos. Tomamos el cuchillo, entramos, pum, una puñalada. Listo. No comemos la cabeza.
Stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated.
Solo hay una cosa que va a hacer con mi opinión de matarla. Si es la que habla medio miedosa.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
No.
It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
No me hagas esto.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I'm sure there's no reasoning with her.
Ya no le puedo
Just
hacer
make sure you don't forget about the blade on the...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Me volvió a salir ella. Después de romper el mundo.
Don't just...
I don't remember much about...
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so...
Sooner or later.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Sí.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall.
Ya, por eso estoy tan perdido.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended to never see the light of day.
Bueno, tiene la misma esencia. Quizás no es ella. Pero si hablamos de la misma esencia.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your... Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Cerraron la puerta.
You're here to slay the...
Ay, Dios mío, nadador culiado.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
¿Eh?
You won't like what happened.
Rescatarla.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess.
Perdón, pero es que tiene la misma esencia.
Unyielding
Y no puedo con ella.
into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
Y se quita eso.
Work of it. She
Es
takes
el mismo.
free from her bindings, the princess turns
No
to
me mira
face
con esa miradita de que me mira la otra.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Y va a ser lo
You can't just
mismo
let her
de
slip into the
que la
world.
quiera
The princess
apuñalar.
approaches the bottom stair. Your body. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't watch me.
Aniquilar. Es más largo esto, advertirle.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly
Es diferente su
moves away
actitud.
before you can connect.
No es la que siente lástima. No es la que siente lástima. Es ella, es la... Es ella.
Stop it. Stop resisting me.
Te va a resistir acá.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Es que tiene esa esencia, la concha de la lora.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical. Her face remains
La otra, lo siento, no sabía apuñalar. Esta hizo, te cortó la garganta, caíste al piso. No es la misma, es ella. Para mí es ella. La que después se transforma en un ser todo Lovecraftiano. Para mí es ella.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
Capítulo 2, la prisionera.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a camp. You're here to
No es tan difícil de entender.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about?
Hijo de
Just
puta.
for the first time.
Nada,
Don't
culiao.
forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of
El escéptico.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that. You
Es otro
know
final,
I'm
ok.
here, you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute.
Me la pela. Voy a ir a la cabaña, voy a hablar con la princesa y vos me chupas su
Before
huevo.
you go any further. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Hijo de puta. No, te voy a ignorar, te voy a ignorar.
The interior of the cabin is
Más
less
medieval.
like a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor. The blade is your implement. I'm
Vamos a un
afraid I'm
traguito.
going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go. Are you sure? What if she... I don't know... Yes. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only...
Okay. Oye, yo no puedo opinar.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that. Sweeping the blade from...
Oigan, yo controlo el cuerpo, pueden dejarme opinar también, no sé, no quiero agarrar el cuchillo, quiero agarrar.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife? No, you don't have
No me hacen caso.
anything.
Che, yo controlo el cuerpo,
Use it regardless.
No ustedes.
Moving on. The door to the
Dale,
basement
bajen al sótano si quieren.
an old stone staircase. A few sputtering
Ah, lo que quieran.
attempt to vaguely her voice, harsh but
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs.
does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
Dios.
with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Está encadenado por otro lado.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
No sé, pero la actitud de esto me parece rara. Pero no le hago caso a nadie. Voy a guardar. Como ellos se la pela lo que yo haga, yo me voy a sentar más cerca.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscle.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have got the wrong idea. She doesn't have much. I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted?
Me gusta la actitud de esta princesa. Tiene pinta de ser una princesa guerrera.
You have your pristine blade. End her. As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
Tiene toda la pinta.
Wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing?
Sí, ¿no?
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own.
What the... Los voy a hacer mirar.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Huh. So that's her. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
Sí, súper
There's
turbio.
an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room.
No, me gustaba la actitud de esta mina.
Last it stops in her head twists
Dios.
slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder.
¡Oh,
Her
Dios!
neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor.
No hacía falta ser tan gráfico, la puta madre.
Bounces a few times before
Cómo se va desplegando la piel.
to your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Creo que esta escena sí. Pero bueno. Por la duda voy a descargar el directo y lo borro.
So I guess that's it. What a waiting. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready...
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the...
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us.
Cuando termine directo lo descargo y lo borro. Y esta escena capaz la censuro para YouTube.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed.
Porque las otras no eran tanto. Pero esta escena se pasó. La voy a censurar. Esta escena la voy a censurar. Las anteriores no tanto. La del puñal en el brazo no tanto. Porque bueno, he visto gente subiendo este juego así. Pero esta escena no he visto a nadie subiéndola. Yo creo que esta escena sí es baneable. Entonces la voy a censurar.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head. Its neck stump still oozing.
Did you see that?
¿Por qué hice eso?
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bounty... You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find...
Well played.
Libera a la prisionera.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over?
Sí.
Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but...
No, porque ahora vas con ella. Y ya está.
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a mirror?
No me hagas que tengas pena. No, ya te lo dije. Nos vemos, amigo.
This doesn't feel right. It feels...
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding.
Miro al espejo.
I think you know what I am.
Hijo de puta. No es el narrador. Es la versión auténtica del narrador. Como todos somos fragmentos de nosotros mismos, eso quiere decir que yo soy el narrador. Porque, si ves, cada vez que me completaba, me parecía más al narrador. Demasiada mierda. Así que tú eres el narrador. Me preguntaba si alguna vez...
Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Básicamente eres un fragmento, pero yo creo que tu creador soy yo, pero en mi versión completa. Porque tu esencia, tú eres un cuervo Yo soy un cuervo. Probablemente mi versión completa te creó a ti para guiarme a este punto.
Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
A la de ella.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective.
Ve, acá me acaba de confirmar. Pero es cuestión de perspectiva. Simplemente me dicen, no, no soy una parte de ti. Pero todo es cuestión de perspectiva. No hubiese agregado esta versión. Esto confirma que, en teoría, este ser es una parte de la versión auténtica de mí. Una creación probablemente de mí.
From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part
Es
of
lo
you,
mismo,
then
básicamente.
you're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
O sea que, teóricamente, tú me crees hasta a mí y yo te creo a ti, ¿o cómo?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The prince.
La prisa continua y mi miseria de muerte. Yo te creé con todo el poder necesario para destruirla, pero siempre, por siempre, la aniquila y libra al mundo de la muerte y el sufrimiento.
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Quédate sin palabras. No sé. No voy a aniquilarla.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Sí, sí, sí.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Adiós, amigo. Todo esto eres tú. Es decir, que esto soy yo. Yo soy el espejo. What the heck?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Me encanta lo turbio que es esta mierda.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Sí, al mismo tiempo. Porque es pelo, manos, cuerpos, entre... También, sí. Vamos a decir la verdad. Me estoy imaginando que todos estos cuerpos están sonriendo. La puta madre, que mi cerebro es demasiado turbio.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Ok.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our
Ah,
liberation?
entiendo.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the...
Creo que no me interesa preguntar nada más. Creo que el momento de salir ha llegado.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final...
Perdón si no leo, es que estoy muy focus.
I love you.
Es un chiquitito. Dios mío. Yo soy esto. What the fuck. Me están viendo y eso están viendo allá.
It's magnificent. everything, just like it always has been.
Es una bala de cabezas y brazos y cuerpos y... What the fuck? Solo nuevos comienzos.